My name is Teresita Blanco, the Artsy sister, and today we're reading Saturnastra, Chicot. This is chapter 3, The Egg and the Mirror, part 1. Much to my mother's annoyance, Chicot and his motley crew started attending my same grammar school. Chicot had struck a deal with the headmaster. While the rest of the students were stuck from daylight to dusk, Chicot's crew would only be there for 5 hours a day. Their education would only focus in writing, arithmetic, and drawing. The teacher was a highly recommended man from the capital named Amy Deucalion. I had never had the privilege of being admitted to one of his lectures, and since he was tenured, he could pick and choose whichever student he allowed into his class. When he was not teaching at the grammar school, he would give private lessons in the apartments of Alviss's apprentices. Frankly, the man scared me half to death whenever I saw him pass by. He was possibly the tallest man in all of Tombstone. He had elegant jet black hair tied with a ribbon and hazel-colored eyes. He was always prim and proper, wearing the black teacher's gown. He had a way of looking at you that made you feel like you were worthless. It wasn't just me. He inspired feelings of inadequacy from the students and even the staff as well. Due to the bizarre school uniforms, the students in the grammar school could easily identify them as outsiders. As was to be expected, some did try to bully them. After the first attempt, the apprentices started working together in groups of 5 or 10. When a gang of 20 was foolhardy enough to challenge them, Chicot's bravado and underhanded ways of fighting would put an end to all of that bullying. Chicot did not care about rank or wealth. If he saw an injustice happening before him, he would intervene in a swift, violent fashion. This earned him the nickname Chicot the Imp. Only I knew that Chicot was showing plenty of restraint in a public setting. I knew for a fact that he had no reservations about killing when it suited him. Also, the kids he fought with were never seriously injured. When the adults did intervene in Chicot's fight, they always took his side. It was hard to imagine that such a little guy could muster the strength to defeat adversaries who were twice his size. He knew how to play the innocent victim when it suited him, and when he was not fighting, Chicot spent his time playing pranks and jokes on his companion. He was always quite the mischievous child. During lunch break, I would see him outside in the courtyard eating a loaf of bread. From time to time, I would eat with him whenever I thought nobody was looking. During one of such times, Chicot showed me his treasure. "It's just an egg," I said, looking at it with disdain. "That's what its creator wants you to see. Deep inside this egg, there is a hidden treasure," said Chicot, putting the egg away. "Really? It just looks like a regular egg to me. Can I hold it to see if there's anything special about it?" I was curious about the egg. Chicot seemed reluctant at first to give me the egg. In the end, he handed it over with a warning. "If you break it, I will break your legs, so be careful." When I held the egg, it felt different from hen eggs, chicken eggs. It was made of a strange white stone material. Other than the material, there was nothing special about the plain-looking egg. Shrugging my shoulders, I asked, "Is that it?" "Seems like it, don't it?" said Chicot, putting it away within the folds of his robes. "So where do you get that egg? Did an animal lay it, or did someone make it?" I asked out of curiosity. "Someone made it, and it is very precious to me. Not for what it is, but for what it means to me," said Chicot, smiling. "Oh, how disappointing. I was hoping for something cool, like a dragon would hatch from it," I said with disappointment. "I always wanted to see a dragon. They seem pretty interesting in my lecture books." Time, bro?
10 minutes.
Like dragons are a thing in the world, but but they're more common in the capital or the mountains, in like army-related settings. Bersamin was known to have a flight of dragons, but he rarely used it. When he did deploy them, no one ever survived to tell all about it. Regardless, what I said made Chicot laugh heartily, and he then said, "If you were to truly see a dragon, you would go mad with fright." "I'm not a coward," I said, standing up. Chicot shook his head sadly and was about to say something, but he chose to remain silent. Chicot did this often enough for me to notice a pattern, and whenever he was about to say something obvious, he would remain silent. Another one of his strange habits boy was his constant gazing at his palm. Was like he would spend times like this. He would do that from time to time for no apparent reason, and to make matters worse, he would do so while making faces. He really came out like a lunatic during those occasions, and certainly no one was ever that observant. Only I, who amused myself by watching Chicot do Chicot things, ever noticed. After much staring, Chicot raised his palm and said angrily, "It's a pocket mirror or a compact. I'm not really supposed to have one on my person, but I could not help but to take it with me." So like he wasn't like staring at him, he had a little compact mirror. That's what he was looking at. I stood over his shoulder and I admired the little round mirror with the metal top. It had the similar design of a pocket watch. Instead, it had a mirror inside of it when it opened. When closed, it had a cameo at the center with a dragonfly. At the time, I had not noticed that one of the two mirrors magnified the reflection of the person. "Why do you need a mirror?" I inquired. "I use it for personal grooming, something you apparently know nothing about," said Chicot, covering his nose. "I don't smell," I said angrily. "Sure you don't," said Chicot, sneering. He added, "and your teeth are pearly white as well." "Is it really that bad?" I asked sadly. "Look for yourself," said Chicot, handing me his mirror. For most of my early life, I rarely looked at myself in the mirror. Only the mistress of the house and her daughters had mirrors in their toilets. The lord of the house did not use mirrors as well. Then again, his maid took care of all of his grooming needs. At the time, it was falsely believed and even taught in school that overbathing exposed people to disease. The capital did not do much to do away with such foolishness, just as it suited its purpose. My health professor even went as far as to state that not bathing and washing one's mouth was healthy for you, when in fact it was the opposite, as I later came to discover. What I saw reflected in the mirror made me feel ashamed. Chicot had succeeded in making me feel self-conscious about my lack of hygiene. Yes, hygiene, a word I have picked up for Chicot as well. Time?
7 minutes.
If you want to get the scent of dog vomit out of your person, I suggest you bathe every day and wash your mouth after you eat, suggested Chicot. He added, "There's no need to feel bad about it. People here are so used to smelling that they no longer notice it. I notice it because I'm an outsider." "But if smelling bad and not bathing is bad for you, then why do the teachers say otherwise?" I inquired. When a lie is spread enough, it quickly becomes the truth. It only needs a large number of fools to accept it as fact, even when there is evidence to the contrary. "Nobody likes to fight against the current," explained Chicot. "How philosophical," I said sarcastically. I added, "You certainly do make a convincing argument." "That is still not going to change anything. You always do what your mother tells you. And for crying out loud, you're almost 10. Man up and make your own decisions. Stop wasting your time in school. Most of the things they teach you are wrong anyway," said Chicot, walking away. He always left with some rhetorical order. He did this in order to plant a thought in the back of your head. In no time his words were festering like a disease, prompting you to take whatever action Chicot so desired. In Chicot's case, he simply wanted me to bathe more often. And for my birthday, Chicot sent me a basket filled with soaps, a new toothbrush, tooth powder, and one of his compact mirrors. This was the first time Chicot had ever given me a birthday present. On birthdays, I normally received books or a new quilt. And when Mother was not too busy, she would make me my favorite dinner. When the messenger arrived with Chicot's gift, Mother naturally became paranoid. "Looking through the item," she said in a stern voice. "I know that you are still seeing the Chicot boy. Didn't I tell you not to speak with him? He's nothing but trouble, and he's always getting in fights in school or playing pranks on the teacher. Don't you see that he's distracting you from your studies?" Time, Fish?
8 minutes.
Remembering what Chicot had said a few days ago, I said softly, "But what's the point of going to school if I don't truly learn anything?" "What did you say?" said my mother, walking closer to listen. "Nothing." My mother asked softly, holding up the compact mirror. "What is this? Some sort of pocket watch?" Turning it around, my mother saw an engraved reading in cursive, which read, "Happy birthday, Caroline Rosie." Since she was holding it upside down, she did not see at first that the hand-painted portrait. Turning it around, she saw the portrait of a girl with a blue hat decorated with flowers. A tear fell from her cheek. a mirror. Staggering to her seat, my mother put her hands to her face and she started crying. Even till this day, I do not know the identity of this girl and why my mother had cried so bitterly. Alright, that's the end of this chapter. Bye bye and God bless.